Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so this video, I feel like God's been asking me to do it for a while, but your girl procrastinates and I'm like, oh no, I don't really want to make that, but I'm gonna make it. So anyways, so this video is I'm just basically gonna ask you to stop running. Stop running away from what God's telling you to do. Stop procrastinating. And I'm speaking to myself too, because I get in these cycles too. It's not just everyone else, it's me. And the first step is acknowledging that this happens to all of us, okay? It happens to you watching this. So basically, what are you running from? God has spoken to you. He's given you this inner peace about something, or maybe he's convicting you with something that you really need to work on. Maybe, you know, you're stuck in this cycle of some type of sin that you can't get out of, and he's really been putting it on your heart to call you out of that, but you're running away from him. Is it a business you're supposed to be starting? Is it a dream that you're supposed to be working towards? Is it a new job that you're supposed to be doing? What about moving to a new location because he's telling you to move and you're like, I can't, God, like that doesn't make sense. My finances don't line up. This doesn't line up. When in reality, like, we don't want to be like Jonah. So Jonah, God told Jonah to go to Nineveh and he ignored God. So basically, long story short, Jonah ended up paying a toll. He ended up getting, no big deal, getting swallowed by a whale. No big deal. And he had to go through all of these unnecessary trials because of one disobedience, because he went the opposite direction. God told him to go to Nineveh and he was like, skirt, like I'm opposite direction. And I believe we do that in our own lives so much. Even if it's not like physically running away from God, we run away from him. I run away from him with the choices we make, whether it's one choice leading to another. You know, it's like we're constantly running away from him, even if it's just not giving him enough time, because we're constantly on our phones, we're constantly busy idolizing different relationships or friendships, and it's so easy to do. Or even not listening to him with something like I mentioned earlier, like a location that you're supposed to be relocating at, or a job that you're supposed to be trying to get. So my encouragement to you is to really press into him and to listen to the voice in your head, the peace in your head, and to not get distracted. Do not get off course, because this is your life. This is the only life that we have here to live. And you have talents, you have dreams, you have aspirations, and you have a lot of potential. You guys, we have so much potential. And I think that we need to believe in ourselves a little bit more because of who we belong to. So my encouragement to you is to not get distracted by all these things. If you have bad habits that are really holding you back, I just get help with it. Pray about it. Have other people pray for you. Have that bondage broken so that you can walk in the calling that you know God is telling you to do. Because your obedience doesn't just mean that it's going to help your life, but it's going to help other lives around you. And one of the most fulfilling things for me anyways, and I mean, people love helping people, and your testimony is going to speak to so many people, and it's going to encourage so many people. So if you're stuck in that spot, I encourage you to really try to get out of it. Give yourself a mental jump start and believe in yourself a little bit more, because you know who you belong to. So when Jonah was in the boat, going in the opposite direction that God told him to go, he ended up falling asleep, and the rest of the fishermen had to come and wake him up because God was looking for him. God was angry. Jonah was asleep. And I have another question for you. Are you asleep in the disobedience that you're walking in? Are you asleep because you're comfortable with it? You're comfortable with just shutting God out. And it's easy to do that. I'm like going crazy. It can be easy to do that, and it can seem fine to do that now, but guess what? It's not gonna be good for you in the end. It's gonna be, the only person that it's hurting is you, is me, is the person that is in that, because God doesn't need us. And that's a hard reality to hold on to, is I have to realize that God doesn't need me, but he wants me. And that's the same thing with you. So guys, it just drives me crazy, because like when I see people that I care about and I see so much potential in them, and even with myself, and this is for you guys, like we have so much potential. God gives us all talents, desires, and dreams with the intent that we'll use the stories that he gives us for our good and his glory. So guys, do not give up. Do not say no to him. Say yes to him. Do not get distracted. And keep pushing on. I love you guys. I'm praying for you.